Hello and welcome to another edition of 10th RC. Today's just a quick one, a couple of tips on the Cougar laydown and also the L1evo. Right, what I'm going to talk about is changing from the single plate slipper to a triple plate. Now you can buy the kit or you can buy these to upgrade it. So first of all, take off your slipper nut. And you will find comes off nicely. Yeah, it's quite a simple process, but it's easy to get all the plates to not sort of do what you want them to do. So first of all, take off the so that's the spur gear off and the slipper pads off, leaving in place the ball bearing out, and there's a shim either side of it. Okay, let's take these out of the packet. So looking at the middle slipper plate, it's got a raised boss. You want that facing the outside, I believe. Right, so what we're going to do is put it together. We'll take the slipper apart. The idea of having a 3-plate slipper, oh, there's the other washer. I don't know where it's gone. It's 2 washers after the bearing. Basically, the single plate, the dual plate slipper. As you can see, the state of these pads, they get shiny, bit shiny, bit worn out, gets hot. You're better off having the 3, and it's just more consistent to run. It's easier to adjust, I feel. It's got a wider operating window. Okay, so let's put this together. So we want a plate, slipper pad on the inside, and then on this side we want another one, so we put a new one in there, like so. Then we've got the middle disc with a boss on it facing out, goes on there, another pad, and then the outer one. That's all to go. You can spin it round so that the square sections line up, and then pass it through. Now, probably not the best way to do it with the pinion on and everything. Okay, so that's on, apart from the middle, or the inside slipper pad has spun round and it's not located. Let's see that. Yeah, see, that's really awkward. So what you have to do is poke it. You can see, I know it's probably not the best way of doing it, but pop it back in. And, give it a little rotation. It's all seated, done. Okay, it's all together. I'm holding it on with my thumbs just so it doesn't fall off the car. Okay, this is the important bit. The spring, which is pretty standard amongst all these cars, when you put it on there, you've got very little nut space left for your shim washer here and your 5.5 nut. So the little trick with this is to squash the spring. It sort of resets it. Let's do a comparison before and after. So to begin with, the spring is 1472. Get a big pair of pliers, stuff it in there and squash it right down. I'll turn it around and squash it again, and that's it. It's compressed now. It settles down and it performs a bit better that way, and you get more room for the nut to fit on, and it's reduced it down by a couple of mil. So what that does, gives us a bit more space when we put the nut back on, and the spring is taking up that slack. It's just like when you put a new spring on anything. When it's new, it's got more resistance, and when you've compressed it down, it kind of settles in. So now that's on, it's not falling off. Obviously you need to set your slipper up correctly. Right, so that's done. I'll set it up once I've got some wheels on the car. Another little trick whilst I've got the car out is something I do on the rear wing mounts. I always use these wing mounts on both cars. Just whip this one off. I use these on the Evo too, but what I do differently is I put this washer behind the screw, and what I find that does, and it does make a difference, is when you've got that mounted tight to the rear shock mount without that washer there, if you have a crash, that's really rigidly fixed, and it won't flex and it will snap. You'll break that off. With that washer there, it gives it the thickness of the washer to flex around a little bit. I don't know why, but it works. I do, but it's not a huge difference, but it actually stops it from snapping. So if, like me, you like to launch it off jumps, it will stop it from snapping on the first impact. So yeah, quite easy, because I think you're supposed to put the washer at the back behind the nut, but I've always done it like this. After I broke one, I thought, oh no, I'll try moving it around. So yeah, that is another little thing that I do. That's good. Right, thank you very much for watching.